My name is Pumpkin, and today I am bringing something different. This is not something that I usually do, but I want to talk about my journey to getting to 500 subscribers. And many have asked, how did I do it? And this is what we're talking about today. This is not something I normally do. This is the first time I've actually done a video this way, but here we go. We're gonna talk about it. And how did I get to 500 subscribers? I have been here since 2014, and I actually started posting videos I think 3 months ago, and that's where I picked up 240, about somewhere there, and I took it to 500. But it took me, I got to 240 in the 2-3 months, and then I went and I wanted to put myself to that challenge. How can I get my subscribers? So I just set out and I guess put myself to the challenge and see if I could do it. And I did it, but it was hard. It was everything. It was mind-blowing. It was just everything. I went through a lot of things, from not sleeping and trying to figure out how to do this. And I did meet a lot of people, a lot of good people. I met a lot of bad people. There's, you have everything on the internet, everything. So, but let's get into it. How did I get my 500 subscribers? And first, I went into a group that I actually attend, and once in a while, whenever they're live and things like that. So we go in there and talk and stuff. And I decided to, it was the first time I went into a live actually, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the way his live was, and it was a lot of fun. So I just went off, and a lot of us don't realize how much is on YouTube that we could actually use. And that's what I actually want to talk about. What is here in YouTube that we don't take advantage of, that we don't think about. But here, after I did that live, I actually went to go look around, go explore YouTube, because there is a lot that some of us don't really pay attention, especially as new YouTubers. We don't pay attention. We're going with what's right there in front of us, but we don't see what's actually in front of us. So my journey was, let's go see. I'm nosy. I always say I'm nosy. I want to go see. So I went here actually, and I'm looking at all this stuff, and what is all this stuff? So I started poking them, and I went into the live because I had already done a live, so with someone I went into, and I said I enjoyed it, so I came in here, and in here you can find that there's a lot of lives going on, and I ended up poking. I found one that I thought was very interesting, and no regrets now. I went into iCook, and I spent a lot of time in iCook. I spent hours in there, coming in and out. And as you can see, I am subscribed to iCook, and she is actually subscribed to me because she's also left me messages. She left me a message when I got to my 500 subscriber. But she was so good. She helped me so much, because even though they're cooking, cutting, and it's a repeat going on there, she's actually there. And you can actually ask her stuff and all that. Sometimes if she doesn't answer quick enough, she'll answer you though. She's always there. And this is one place that is good you could try out. And this is one of my beginners. When I started, this was my first page, and I bounced around between her and Eve's Kitchen. Here's another one, Eve's Kitchen. Really good one. They're almost the same. They're doing the same stuff, chopping up food and stuff, but it's a replay It's just going on and on. And if I go back, you can see on some of these that they actually last. This one here, I cooked this 12 hours. All these are 12 hours practically, 11:55, 54. So they're 12 hours long. And so she's always there. And Eve is the same way, I think. Let's see. Well, I think Eve, 2 hours, 6 hours. But they're there. She has certain hours that they go into. There's certain hours you gotta, I think Eve's in the morning now, I think they told me. And I cook, well, I guess it depends where you're at. You know, I'm in the United States, so she's in the morning. Well, that's how I assumed it. That's how they told it to me. But either way, from here, from these two here, I think I spent more time in this one though. Not sure why. I really enjoyed this one. I cooked was a really, really good one. I enjoyed being in there, and as soon as, you know, I was done in there talking, and I'd leave, but I'd always come right back in. So I could come in and out, and I would talk to her, and it was just fun. It was a lot of fun talking to her, you know. The fact that, you know, that's not her right there. Well, it's her cutting up, but it's a replay. But the fact that she's there, you know, she is there. She's answering everything. She's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. We had some laughs in there. My next one here is Angelyn. Angelyn, I had heard of her through a group that I actually attend often, really, really often. I'm there every day almost, but in and out, and I'm depending, you know, when they're in and when they're not. But I had heard of her, but had never actually went to look. I didn't know who she was. So when I was in iCook and in Eve's kitchen looking for them, I ran into Angelyn. I went in there, and that's where I seen the other people that I actually see on my group. I seen them in there also, in and out. Everybody comes in and out of, you know, these sites. So Angelyn has a beautiful site actually. She's actually live, I think, right now. I have a lot of fun with Angelyn because she's just funny. She's really funny. I have a really nice time in there, and she helped me a lot to get subscribers. She would tell them to subscribe to me, but I think the first I went in there, I mean, she laughed at my name a lot. You know, pumpkin, I'm gonna eat you, and she's just funny. She's so funny. We had such a good time in there, and here, just a day or two ago, I was in there, and this guy was in there, another YouTuber, and his name was on his channel was Loser, and we had so much fun with that also, you know, that his name was Loser, you know, and they wanted to sing a duet, and I don't know what, and I said, well, if you make an album, what would you call it? You know, Angelyn and Loser. But we had a lot of fun in Angelyn's site there, and every time I go in there, every time as soon as she sees me come in, pumpkin, and I'm gonna eat you, and she'll say crazy things, but she's a lot of fun when you go in there. She entertains everyone in there. So yeah, you could check her out. She's really, really good also. But let's see, we have here I am with my sorry, it just comes out of me. And my next one is Sarika. I ran into her also because of the live. I think I did say it, I did show it to you, I think already, where if you poke on the live button in here, let's see where it's one. There is a live button that you can poke onto, and once you get to that button, here it is. You poke on this button, on the live button, and it'll bring you to all the stuff that's live. And I ended up seeing Sarika in one of these. I went in there. I wasn't using any of these things here, but guys, use it. Go into these lives and mark down the time, because usually these people come in at their same time. And you know what I always do, I see, you know, there's one watching here, there's 4 watching. Sometimes there's actually more in there, it hasn't registered. But yeah, I mean, these are really nice places to go into because they are very helpful. They're very helpful. And that's what actually I have found also on the live, when you're strolling through them, you'll find whoever's on there, I really enjoy, like here, I don't know very many of these, I think. So yeah, you have all these here to go into, and everyone comes in at a certain time. I have found that nighttime, well, my time, and that's after midnight for me. And I think that's early, the morning hours for you guys. I can't be sure. But I know that they also do it at nighttime, which is early morning hours or something like that for you. I don't know what it is, the hours for you guys. But yeah, kind of keep track of the hours of the ones that are your favorite ones. That way you can keep visiting them. Go in there, talk to people, do what you have to. So yeah, we have I Cook and Eve's Kitchen and Angelique and Sarika here. Sarika, I ran into her and I walked in and she was very welcoming. I'm subscribed to her, you can see that. She was very welcoming and she knows English really, really well. Really good. But she helped me out a lot too. Right away, she got me in there and to talking with people, asked me a lot of questions and I asked questions and I had a lot of fun with her because she was kind of one of my first ones that I walked into that was alive like that was India. So I really enjoyed it, even though I don't understand that much. It's like almost like you connect either way. So yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I guess she made me feel that comfortable that when I came out of there and you go into some, you see more lives like this, I didn't feel so scared or worried, like they're not going to understand me, but they did, a lot of them did understand. They understood everything. But yeah, she's a good site. You could go in to see her. She's got really, really good lives. And let's see. And, make her part of your group. And here we have, this next one is Shalu. She was my next one that I walked into, and also, she helped me out a lot. And at first I was, felt intimidated, because I couldn't understand, and it was, it's just, they're different worlds to me. But I did understand her. She did talk to me, and we did fine. I did fine in there. That I have gone back to go see her. Yeah, and but she is a really good site to go to also. Visit her. She's really, really good. She's got how many subscribers? She's got 844 subscribers. She's doing really good, so go visit her, help her out, subscribe to her so she can get to her 1,000. And let's see, Sarika has 2,000, 1,100, something like that. She's got, what did I say? I can barely see with my glasses here. But yeah, Sarika has a really good channel, and Shalu here. Shalu has a really good channel. You gotta go see her. She does lives also. I can't remember the hours that she goes in. This one was 10 hours ago, and it is 1 o'clock. So this was at 1 in the morning because this is 10 o'clock, and I'm 10 hours ago, and it's 1 o'clock here. So this wasn't 1 o'clock. This was 10 o'clock at night. Well, my time. I don't know your time, but yeah, she's got good videos. This one here is Funny Dadi. Funny Dadi she's hilarious. Oh my God, I love going into this woman's channel. She's so welcoming. She helps you out a lot, and she's trying so hard to learn English. I was telling her, make an English video, go find a video and repeat it in English, and I think she will go. I really, really believe that Funny Dadi will go big if she puts more into it, because she's really, really good. She really is good. Her videos are funny. So yeah, I'm subscribed to her also. So go check her out and subscribe to her. She's got a good channel. And let's see if I can get to her. her at the beginning. To see her, this is her channel here. Look how pretty she looks. Funny Daddy's pretty. Funny Daddy has 975 videos and she's got... Follow her channel. She's really, really good. She is, what did I say she was at? Oh, she's got a lot of subscribers. Look at that. So, but yeah, go in and follow her. Follow her. Don't feel that you won't understand her or she won't understand you. She will understand you, and I understood everything. You know, what I don't understand, I come back to the videos and I can translate it. You know, I had a lot of fun with her. A lot of fun that I've been back to her channel another couple of times. So yeah, follow her. Go see her. Talk to her. Stay with her for a little while. That's the key there. You know, how did I get to 500 subscribers? By going into these channels, sitting there and talking with them, you know. And actually, I learned that because I did go into one channel, and one of the girls told me, I said it. I just came out and blurted out, you know, can I have, you know, and she said, no, let me see first. And she went to go see my channel, and she liked that. And she came back and we just started talking. At that point, I had already even forgotten what actually I was doing, that I started conversating. And it was kind of very, very interesting and fun, you know, that I got to know them, and by the end of the night, we're, you know, crying on the channel, on the live. But it was really nice, and it actually taught me. I'm so glad that she said no to me, because it taught me not to be so disrespectful. Go in and talk to them, and I realized, well, of course, I want these people also to know me. I want my subscribers to know me. And not just another subscriber, not just another number. And that's what's most important, because if you don't know them and you're just picking them up and you don't know nothing, they're just eventually going to go. They don't care, you know. But if you can sit there and talk with them and have that conversation, you know, let them get to know you, they're going to come and watch your video because they're going to want to know how you're doing. You know, it's just like I walked into hers and I really, really enjoyed talking to her. She made me feel comfortable that I actually go back to see her. I'm actually looking around to see when she's live because I want to go see her. I'll try to go see if I find, you know, her latest video. You know, what is she putting up? You know, so yeah, follow her. Please follow her. She's really, really good. And I told her to make an English video. She makes an English video. I'm going to put it on my channel too. We got to get it out there. She's really, really good, guys. And my next one is Yogi. I call her Yogi, but her name is Yogini. And Yogi also, she speaks English. You know, I understand her, and she understands me. I hope. But I think she probably understands me more than I understand her. But she tries hard. And I swear I could never move the way. Look how she's standing here posing. Look at her leg up there. I could never. There's just no way I could, you know, flex like that. She's got a really good channel. She does really good lives. She's a really, really sweet girl, this one here. She does exercises, and I mean, she does some crazy exercises. I could never bend that way. But she does lives also. And and the thing is that she doesn't speak that much English, and I don't speak that, you know, Hindi. But she tries. She tries way more than me. And she's really, really sweet. And it's funny because we could still understand each other somehow, because she does speak, you know, English either way, and she tries hard, you know, and you could tell that she really puts an effort, you know, to talk to her subscribers and get to know them and stuff. So that's another channel you can check out. She's really, really good. I was just with her earlier today, but I wasn't in there too long because I had other channels. I try to visit everyone's channels. And so yeah, go watch some of her. I gotta sit down and watch some of these. I will. I'm gonna sit down and watch some of her videos because look how she moves. And some of these are not showing up that I've watched them, but I have on my phone, but they're not showing up on my computer because I don't use my computer for this stuff. I don't use it to watch videos. But because I'm making this video here, I've been into a couple of her videos through here. But I've actually have seen Yogi's videos, but on my phone, not on this, and on my tablet. And here are the ones that I've seen bits and pieces. I think like here's a piece here, but it's because I was trying to figure out what to use, you know, for her, for this, you know, for this here. Well, here I saw this, all of it. Sometimes you sit down to look at a video and you forget that, you know, you're there for, you know, pulling out a piece, but I ended up watching the whole thing. But she's good. She's really good. Go watch her. She's a little shy. I feel that she's shy, but she will still talk to you, you know, regardless that you don't know that her English is, you know, a little broken, but she will still try. She will not leave you hanging. She will talk to you. She is a lot of fun. She's very sweet, you know, so go see her. My next issue here was, you know, I had issues. I had issues when I got to the 500 because, well, I don't know why, you know, like I felt like I was not feeling well after the 500, you know. I saw too many things, you know, you see too many things, you hear so many things that it just wasn't good, you know. But I was getting, you could say, like hate. I felt at first it was hate, you know. First, I got a kid, you know, that didn't like my bio. He didn't like the bio because he said I had made it to 50, that I should be glad, you know, that most people don't make it to 50. And it's like, that wasn't what my bio's about, you know, that wasn't what I was, you know, meaning or trying to get at. But if he got it that way, I guess, you know, whatever. And I guess he said he was just entering his teens. And well, I guess you don't know till you're there. But because it says here, my name is Pumpkin and I just have one purpose in life, and that's to be happy and to make everyone else happy. Enjoying life at 50 plus with my husband, and both of us being diabetic, nothing's going to stop us from enjoying life to the max. Life is short, so live it, love it, and enjoy it. I don't find nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, you know, you don't have tomorrow. You don't have tomorrow's blessing. Live today. Enjoy today. You know, do everything you can possible today, because, you know, we don't have tomorrow's day, you know, tomorrow's blessing. So, yeah. And then after that, I read that. I think before that, I had went into a channel where one of the host that was in there, she was laying on a bed, and I tried to talk to her the way I was already, you know, talking to people, going in there, having a chat, you know. But this woman just, all she did was try to belittle me. And I finally said, bye. You know, it wasn't worth being in there when all they're doing is well, the thing was that they were all men in there. You know, she was laying on the bed and these guys were just telling her how beautiful she was. And she was an older, you know, woman. She wasn't a spring chicken here. And so I guess if you want to believe what you want to believe, right? But she was making a live, and she went in to go look at my bio and my whole channel, and just went on. You're not gonna get nowhere. You're not gonna do this, and nope, you're not gonna have that. And no matter what you told her, she had something for you, and you should go do this, and you should do that, you know. But she was kind of rude. She was really pretty rude, and I just decided to leave. You know, I normally never leave without saying goodbye and, you know, excuse myself. But with her, there was just no way, because, you know, from the minute we were talking, you know, she asked me something, and she was gonna go look at my page, and I said K. I spelled the letter K. And here in America, when you just put the letter, you know, we know what it means. It's okay. That's what it means. Okay, with just a K. It's just an abbreviation, kind of, you know, sort of. I guess it's for us lazy people. But, so she started making fun of that. And then she made fun of my name. And then she was going on laughing, you know, at my channel. So I finally gave up. I said, you know what? I'm not here for that. I wasn't there, you know, to bother anybody, just to have a chat. So I decided, just go. She wanted me to send my link to her and saying, I don't know what, and to her. And I just blew it off at this point. I said, there's no way. I don't want nothing to do. I wouldn't even want you on my channel. Not this kind of attitude. You know, you don't want things like that. You don't want people this way, you know, because it's just going to stress you out, you know. And people that are envious or people that are hating on you, it's not good. And I'm not like that. I'll never be like that. I've never been that way. So yeah, that had already started there with that person, and then with this kid putting that. And I didn't take the post off with the kid. And actually, I did clean out my community page, and it wasn't because of that. I just want to start the year fresh. But there is still stuff there. It might still be on there, but I'm not sure on my community. But I think I took it off because I think my problem was that he left it on the video of whiskey sales. And whiskey sales, you know, we were just trying to get him subscribes, you know, people to go see his channel. But to leave something like that on his, you could have left it on something else and on my stuff that I have there, not on that, you know. But either way, you know, it's a kid. That's why I just blew it off. It didn't bother me, but at the moment it did, you know, because I was going through other stuff. And after that, I received a message, and that kind of scared me, the message, you know, and I couldn't understand it, you know, and explain to this man my situation. And after I did that, he sent me this, and it scared me. And this is actually him right here. And he's actually a good person, but at the moment I didn't know, because I didn't know him. We were in a chat earlier and he was there, but like I felt kind of bad because when I walked in there and they were telling me congratulations, he kind of said it was bull, that it wasn't real, it wasn't true, and and I don't know, me being that I had just gotten done, I was so tired, I had been crying because of all the stuff that, you know, all the bad stuff that I felt was going around me, all the bad stuff that I seen in YouTube, you know. But this here was one of the things that I had gotten, and I couldn't understand it. I'm like, what is this? What is this? Who's sending me this? And I did read it, you know, and I'm like, well, this is beautiful. This man writes, beautiful. It says, you remind me an amazing quote of a homeless girl. I smoke my blunt in tranquility in my corner. I don't interrupt anyone. I reflect. She thinks in a corner alone, happy, not annoying anyone, being homeless. Huge respect. Now you give them the respect. They don't annoy anyone. If you make them happy, you know, I love that, you know. But at the moment I had gotten scared because of the video that he had sent, and
earlier today I was with, yeah, they smoke weed and all that, and I don't care.
There it is.
What makes them happy makes you happy. Yeah, they smoke weed and all that, and I don't care.
He just made it faster, the quote. And I guess because I had been talking, I had sent him a message and I had told him, you know, because I had gotten scared. And I had said to him, you know, I'm not here to bother anybody or annoy any. I don't know why, you know, people are getting angry or getting upset, you know, because I made it to 500 this quick. I was just testing myself out. I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't harming anybody. I'm not in anybody's way. You know, this is my channel, and I want to work it the way I want. I don't get into no one's business, you know, and I stay in my little corner. And I did tell him that, you know, and he sent me this, and at first I got scared. I didn't know. I hadn't read the quote yet, and I didn't know what to think of it. And I wanted to write him back like, what is this? And I said, oh my God, what is happening to me? Why are people hating on me? What did I do? And I went to talk to someone else, and they kind of straightened it out. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know. I didn't know the person at all. I really didn't. I knew that he was in the chat earlier, but like he had already told me, you know, that I was lying or whatever. Well, I felt that way. And so I don't know. After knowing everything that I know now, I have no regrets. No regrets. He's such a, you know, he's different. He's got a different channel, but it's his channel. He can do whatever he wants with it, you know, and I respect that. And I'm so glad, you know, that he's actually one of my subscribers. And but yeah, let's see, where is he? I'm subscribed, EXO. There you go. I'm subscribed. I'm right there. You can see it blinking right here where I'm touching it. But yeah, I am subscribed to him. He's got a really good channel. You can go see his stuff. He's different. But that's you know, the good about all our channels, that we're all different. We don't have to be alike. We don't have to like what the next person likes. We don't have to, you know, compete with what the next person's doing. You do you. Take care of you. But I am so happy with this person, and I would totally trust him now if I went to ask him for anything, you know. And you would say, well, why? You know, look at, you know, he's got his snot hanging. But it's his channel, you know, and he's got 1.2K views on it. You know, I can't even get freaking 50 views on certain videos. So hey, whatever works, you know. He's doing good. He's doing really, really good, you know. You know, he's got almost 1,000 on this one and 30,000 on this one. Look at that. 11,000 on this one. The guy's doing good, regardless what we think. You know, he's doing good. And yeah, he's different, you know. But go follow him. He is funny. He is really funny. He's got good videos, you know. I'm glad that I went through what I went through, because I wouldn't have paid more attention to him. So he actually, I guess that he puts you through that, I guess, to grab your attention, and maybe he could push people away, but it also brings you closer to him. So yeah, he's good. So subscribe to him. I like him. You know, I mean, we started off in the wrong foot. That's all that happened. We started off on the wrong foot, and it wasn't him. It was me. It wasn't him at all. It was me, because I was coming out of all this that, you know, that I had just seen and stuff, and all the things that I went through for those 2 days, you know, looking for people, going through channels after channel after channel. You know, I felt like I had went down a rabbit hole, you know, and, you know, dug my way into a barrel, and on my way out, you know, it was just mind-blowing. You know, what I saw, what I, you know, went through, everything I went through. But I wouldn't do it again, you know. No, not like that. Just, it was hard. It was not worth it. It was just not worth it. What was my rush? There's no rush. There's no rush. You're not going nowhere. We're not going anywhere. But yeah, Angelique just sent me this video here, so I gotta watch this stuff here. But yeah, I do have some other kind of tips, you could say, you know, because you always hear them say, oh, we have tips and we have tips. You know, everybody has tips, but tips sometimes don't help. But I find that sometimes you subscribe, and sometimes you feel like these people are not subscribing. You know, nobody subscribes, you know, and so you sit here and think, well, what do I do? You know, I didn't get their attention. I left them a message, you know, to watch my video, to, you know, whatever the case is. And sometimes they'll tell you, I already subscribed, but you feel, no, you didn't. But it's not that, you know. Some of you know what it's all about, you know. I'm not gonna say what it's all about, because you should know by now what it's about. But if you feel that way, you know, you do have these people here on your subscriptions here, and if you're not hearing from them, go look for them again. You know, in fact, here's one here that I had subscribed, you know, a day or two. I don't know. Yeah, it must have been yesterday. But the thing, because it's on the beginning of my list here. So what I do is I go through the beginning of my list all over again when I know, you know what, none of these people came to me, you know. So I'll just go back to them. I'll count a couple of them, and I'll figure out where I left off, and I'll send them a message again. the same message. Hey, can you just, watch my video, and or whatever, you put down. Just whatever you have to talk to them and get them to, to watch your channel again. And to, to this again. I don't want to say the word here. To this again. And, but yeah, I mean, I sometimes come back, and that's one of my tips, because why get rid of them? I never get rid of them. I totally never, ever get rid of anybody. Once you're on here, you're here for good, because I don't know if they have me. I don't know if they do or they don't. And you know what? In fact, then it's not hurting me to have them here at all. What is it hurting me? Nothing. But, I mean, I'm assuming that maybe it could hurt your usage in here, your space usage, but I guess as you go along, you'll know who's there, who's not, who you want to keep, who you don't. I really don't take anyone off. I don't mess in here with nothing. I only come in here and I'll do, go to this one, I'll go to this one, I'll count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. And I'll come back and do another set, and that's it. That's it. It's not worth doing more, but at least how to come back to my tip here would be, like I said, on your subscription, don't get rid of them just because nobody's sub back to you. All of these I'm subscribed to regardless, because, and I feel that if I just keep them on my subscription, even though if they are or they're not subscribed, I keep them on there because guess what? My video is going to keep showing up on their, on their wall there because I'm subscribed to them or they're subscribed to me. So maybe I would go, if I leave them there and I keep seeing them pop up, I'll eventually, go see them and ask them again, just to make sure that they are subbed, right? But yeah, that's how I actually got to, my 500 by going into these channels and going into these to, like he or she is live. She's got one. And I usually go into these, all these here I've been into. So yeah, but yeah, that I'm going to close on that, to those tips, actually, for your subscriptions. Don't get rid of them. And just go back to them. If you feel that, you did not get their number, as you did so many, you got so many, go back and look for them. Don't get rid of them. And the color blue is important. Remember that. And go into the lives. The lives are more, they're different. The lives are way different. You're going to get a whole different atmosphere from this that you can see right here. This is outgoing, it's laughing, it's fun. You're going to get a whole different atmosphere from this here, from I Cut and Eve's, because it's a whole different atmosphere when you walk in. And it works the same way, but just a different atmosphere because you got to wait around. But yet when you have somebody like these over here, a person that's actually sitting in front of you, from Ruben Garcia. He's got a really, really nice channel. Follow him. I've been following him for a while now. And he's came out pretty handy. I gotta tell you. He's fun to talk to. And he did a live here the first time I went into his live. And they were looking for, what's it, chicken? Was it a turkey? But he's walking and all I could see was feet, that's all. But I was still messing with him. I told him, I said, what are you guys looking for? He says, a turkey. Or I think it was a turkey. I said, I saw it. It was under the car. I said, but it was about a mile back. So he said, did you really see it? I'm like, yeah, it's way back there under a car. I didn't see nothing. After a few minutes, I told him, I said, I didn't see nothing. I said, all I could see was feet. Yeah, he had the camera down to his feet. So I never saw anything, but I was just trying to mess with him. He's a really good guy. Go follow him.